Today we've got some very exciting news that we've been keeping a little bit of a secret from you guys.
Yeah, it's a pretty big secret. We've been keeping it for like 6 months now, and there's a reason for that. And we'll get into it into the video, I promise. But we are currently 6 months pregnant.
Yay!
I do have a 6 months bump. We'll show you the bump at the end of the video, but we've got like a bunch of scans and pictures and videos to show you guys as well. We want to take you guys on the journey of like our pregnancy so far.
As you guys know, me and Claire have been together for almost 7 years now, which is incredible.
When we first met, I didn't want children at all. Like, I had no interest in ever having children. I was afraid of babies. I was afraid of childbirth. But I think that changed when I met you, because you've always really wanted children, right?
Yeah, it's definitely a very big decision to make. I've always seen myself and whoever I'm with, obviously Claire, having kids, and it's a decision we've got to make together, and it's a choice that has progressed over those 7 years to where we are now.
It is a very wanted decision, and my views of pregnancy and childbirth have changed over those 7 years. Like, I never felt like you pressured me into having children. It's just kind of evolved naturally over time.
7 years ago, the only babies we had was Oliver and Darcy, and we have added to that collection of what we like to call our babies.
They are our babies.
The very first dog entered our lives, Evie.
And I was actually saying to you earlier on that, like, I know dogs and babies are really different, like really different, but I think the fact that Evie is the kind of dog that really loves being mothered and looked after, I think maybe she kind of was like one of the first ripples in my mind changing, because I loved babying Evie and looking after her in that way. And I don't know, maybe she changed my mind on things, maybe.
Over the years of living together, we have moved houses several times, and now we've found a spot that we're in, that we are building our family in for the long term.
Yes.
And I actually proposed to Claire back in 2019, one of the most nerve-wracking moments of my life.
On mine.
And it was the most incredible moment that obviously we shared here on the Claire and Ali channel as well.
And I think we expected the wedding to happen a lot sooner after that, because we got engaged in 2019. We planned an entire wedding for like Christmas 2020. Obviously at the beginning of 2020, everything changed for all of us. And that not only pushed back the wedding plans, but I think we kind of felt a bit of frustration because it started to push back like our family plans and the things that we knew we wanted to do like after we got married as well, as I'm sure it did for a lot of people.
Time goes by very, very quickly, and the idea of pushing the wedding back even more was something we just didn't want, but obviously had to do. And as we were getting, and in the time between getting proposed, and in the time between me proposing to Claire and getting married, we added another member to our family in the form of Lexi, who we absolutely love, but my goodness, is she a lot of work, very loud, very energetic.
In the same way that Evie brought out this nurturing instinct in us, I think Lexi made us realize like babies are gonna be tough, like really difficult. We're in no denial about that, but maybe Lexi gave us like a 5% example of what it was gonna be like. She was a difficult puppy.
I would never compare having a dog to having a kid.
It's the closest we've got to compare it to right now.
That's a very good point.
Well, for the next couple of months at least.
And then in October last year, 2021, the wedding finally happened.
Yay!
And genuinely think for me and hopefully you, it was one of the best weekends of my life. It was so
amazing.
Good.
We're the kind of people that were like, right, what's next? What's next? What's next? We're both like this. We feel happiest when we've got like steps and goals. We were like planning all the honeymoon. I'm like, right, finally that's done. Can't wait for that boom. And then we were just like, okay, what now? And we just kind of started to feel that itch, like something is missing. Like, our family is amazing. Love the dogs, love the cats, love our lives, but there's definitely a growing space that like we feel like something is missing. There's a member missing in this family.
And we're like, you know what? This, I think, is the time to make that jump. And we both wanted to make sure that we were fully behind that before even setting off on our honeymoon. We were like, we're gonna do this, we're gonna give this a go,
because we had our friends round on New Year's Eve, just like a little gathering. I don't know why, but the next day I was just clearing up things, tidying the kitchen, and I was just stood in front of the sink, and I was just like, we need to start trying for a baby now. And the minute I made that decision, it was all I can think of. Like, something just flicked in my mind. I was always like, you know, there's no biological switch, like women don't just change their minds on things, and I'm sure a lot of women don't, but for me personally, it is like a switch just flicked in my mind that day, and I went from not really knowing whether it was in our future to we need to start trying for a baby right now.
We started that process in about February this year.
February.
And we were very, very lucky that Claire fell pregnant very, very quickly.
Yeah, like as soon as we started trying, we were like, okay, I'm not going to drink alcohol just in case. So we went out for Valentine's Day.
Yeah, Claire was like, oh, I can't get a cocktail.
Yes, they did this like baby mocktail and it had little baby feet pastel like sweets in the mocktail.
And bearing in mind, we didn't know if you were pregnant. It was very early on. We're like, has anyone seeing us order this like very obvious pregnant like mocktail?
And we would have been on Valentine's Day 7 days pregnant at that point. But I looked back at my pictures because when I had a feeling I was pregnant, I took a picture of my tummy so I could do like a 0-month comparison to a 9-month comparison. And I took that picture at 2 days pregnant.
Ooh.
So I knew on day 2 that I was pregnant. I don't know why. I just had this feeling and I knew what gender the baby was. I was so sure, like literally so sure. I really knew just right from the start.
We went into our honeymoon in March this year, which was also incredible. The Maldives,
amazing.
One of those places you look at pictures, you're like, is this real? And then you're there, and it is real.
Things didn't quite go according to plan.
About halfway through the honeymoon, you got hit with morning sickness,
like
and it hit quite hard.
Literally like a truck. Like it was, on the one hand, if you're going to be sick anywhere, I'd rather be sick on a beach in a beautiful island.
Yeah, I can't complain about that.
Yeah, but it sucked because I couldn't eat. I was really nauseous. I was running back and forth to the toilet, like just being so sick all the time. And it really did just go from 0 to 100. Set off on the honeymoon, so happy, like glowing, like yay, pregnant. On the way back, I'm like, I'm dying. Please just get me back into bed right now.
And we came home and it definitely lasted a little while, didn't it?
It lasted right up until trimester 2. So the week after the honeymoon, I didn't leave the bed. I literally was lying in bed with a sick bucket the whole time. I didn't stream. I told you guys.
If you look back now, Claire wasn't doing much during that period.
I had some videos saved up, but I didn't stream that week. And for the rest of the weeks between then and trimester 2, you might notice in a lot of videos I had sickness bands on because I was really sick. But when we got back, we had our 8-week scan, which we can show you guys some pictures from.
Yes, now this was incredible. I didn't really know what to expect. I don't think either of us knew what we were gonna actually see in this point. It's so early on.
Yeah.
And we had the scans, and I was like, I couldn't see a baby there.
It's crazy.
And the doctor was like, are you sure you can like make this out? I'm like, yeah, I can literally see this.
So you can see from the little pictures that we're showing you guys now, a full little head and a body and little arms and little legs as well. Like it was a full-on baby. The crazy thing was we were hearing the heartbeat at this point.
Yeah.
And also we could see baby moving.
Yeah.
At this point, at 8 weeks, you could see it moving its limbs a lot, which I just never expected, which was a real shock, but amazing, right?
It was an amazing experience and helps like I bond with the baby and know what it kind of looks like in very small pixelated form.
But at that point as well, I got a scan of my womb, and that's when we realized that I have a heart-shaped uterus, which sounds really cute. It's like shaped like a heart. It has quite an obvious dip at the top here, but what that does mean is it can cause complications. It can carry a lot more risks, and particularly in the first and second trimester, it does basically just have a higher risk of complications and of miscarriage as well, which is why we ended up being like, I don't think we can tell people now, and then run the risk of having to announce something else further down the line or talk about something else further down the line. So we decided to hold off until we were basically out of trimester 2, out of that danger zone. It was just kind of what we were advised to do, really, wasn't it?
It's a little bit longer to wait than normal. When Claire goes to a gym or out and about, I'm like, someone is going to notice. This information is going to get out there. But as far as I'm aware, it hasn't been our little like nice coupley secret.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, it sucked because I really wanted to talk about it and announce it, and we were so excited about it. We even held off telling our friends for a little while and everything. But at the same time, it's actually been really lovely having this like kind of very personal, very like bonded experience just between you, I, and the babies and our parents.
So we've had a few more scans since the 8-week one, and the next one was at 12 weeks, and the detail and what you can see gets more and more intricate. You can start to see things that weren't there before, which is really, really exciting to see those scans of like our own baby.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, like I already think it's so cute.
But literally, the side profile is so adorable. We can show you guys this. We also have some videos of the ultrasound. The ultrasound was wild as well, because up until that point, we'd been being so careful with bump. And then when you get an ultrasound, they're like shaking it like a snow globe. They're like slamming on it and moving it around. They're like, move, baby, I need to measure this.
Which doesn't hurt you, by the way. It's just like, it just shows
scary,
how
though.
you can, you know.
Yeah, be a lot rougher than you
probably
expect.
think. Yeah. At this point, we didn't know for sure the gender.
But the doctor was able to take an educated guess herself.
Yeah.
She told us. We waited like another week or so. So when we were in Croatia, we got the results of that. The doctor was right. And also my week 1 prediction or feeling was right as well. So yeah.
Very interesting. We're not announced the gender quite yet. We're keeping that a secret just a little bit longer.
A little bit longer because we're going to tell our family first.
The most recent scan we had was a few weeks ago, 21-week scan, and the details getting even more intricate, and I just love seeing the scans every time. It's like, oh, let's get a picture of a leg, let's get a picture of the head, let's get a picture of the arm, and the baby's always doing something. It's like a thumbs up or like chilling with its hand over its head.
The baby's always naughty. Whenever the doctor's trying to get like a specific picture, the baby like moves the other way, and it did it on both the last scans, and we're like, oh my gosh, our child is naughty
it's like,
already.
We need a picture of your leg and you're hiding it from us.
So the 21-week scan is the Anomaly Scan. They measure everything. It's a really long scan. They'll measure the heart for ages, and they go really quiet, the doctors do, when they're measuring the heart.
Yeah, she's like, okay, I'm going to go ahead and check some things on the heart. I'm just going to go silent for a bit, but don't worry. It was just
Obviously, we worried.
No one said anything for like the next 5 minutes. We're like, is everything okay? Thankfully, everything is okay. Everything's on track, looking really, really good, which is the most important thing.
Yeah, baby's looking super healthy. Everything is growing the way it should. Heart and brain and everything were looking really, really good.
And that takes us on having had 3 scans so far, which we've shared with you. Claire, actually, the day that this will be uploaded will be 24 weeks, which will put us at about the 2/3 mark through the pregnancy.
We also tried our first 4D scan. Now, bearing in mind 4D scans are meant to be done at 28 weeks, but we tried it at 21 anyway. It's not perfect. Baby was kind of putting its hands in front of its face a bunch, but
still cool to see.
It's kind of like doing this, which I thought was really cute.
Oh yeah, that's really, really cute. We're getting there.
Yeah, we're around the 6-month mark now, and we are almost at the end of trimester 2, going into trimester 3. So we're expecting our baby in October this year.
So exciting. The really interesting thing is, and obviously it's different for everyone, I'd say first trimester basically can't see anything. And then as we've gone through the second trimester, as we've gone towards the tail end of it, now it's like, okay, there's a bump coming. And I think in trimester 3, it will probably grow even more, but there's definitely a bump there and you can't stop touching it, and it's so cute.
Literally can't stop touching. We've got kicks now. Our kicks started quite late. They started at about 21 weeks, and we keep trying to put the dog's paw on when
we're like, come on, doggies,
the kick, so that they realize. Like, I wanted to be like the TikTok dogs that like react and stuff. But as of yet, the dogs have not felt kicks, but we both have.
Yes, it's amazing. We were waiting for this moment to happen. When you hear of other people feeling kicks and we haven't, it's a little bit stressful.
I got upset.
But then I put my hand on your belly one day in bed, and I was like, I just felt 3 something, and I thought it was just Claire's heartbeat or something. It was kicks, and then ever since then, every day we're always looking out for kicks. You're telling me if there are any kicks, and it's so cute.
The morning where I felt like the first kick, and like we both were feeling that, and it was strong as well. It went from 0 to incredibly strong kicks. I was just sobbing, crying in bed. I was so happy. I was worried up until that point, even though the doctors were like, it's fine. I'm like, why can't I feel it? But yeah, it was just this amazing moment, wasn't it?
It's incredible. So now the moment you've all been waiting for, we are going to show you Claire's bump the first time.
Pressure now. It's like
let's see the bump. If you guys are excited, hit that thumbs up button, show Claire some love, and let's take a look.
No, it doesn't even look that big.
Oh my gosh. There you go. That is definitely a bump right there. Look, what Mummy's got a little bumpy, hasn't she? So cute. Guys, why don't you, in the comment section, let us know the gender that you think the baby will be.
Do you think we're having a little baby boy or a little baby girl?
And we're so excited to go on this journey. We'll be sharing bits and bobs here on the channel and on social media. Thank you for everyone that's followed us being together for maybe this full 7 years. It has been incredible, and we're so excited for this next chapter. Thank you so much for watching and listening to us, guys. Hope you're as excited as we are. You can check out more Claire and Ali videos on screen here, including our wedding video in case you haven't seen it. So we'll see you over there. Thank you so much for watching. Claire's pregnant. Yay!